After hours of PVM, I think it's time to die. Welcome to Final Boss, episode 18. We return to Vorkath because he is still in debt to me. I have been at this boss for over 20 hours with nothing else to my name except spikes. Spikes are very cool, they're very good, like they're like 30, almost 30 mil when you get a drop of them, but they're nothing like a codex or a scale. The scales are insane, they're like almost like 200 mil in the price check, and then the codex for the Lord of Bones is almost 400 mil itself. Absolutely insane. I need one of these things to fill up my collection log because, dude, it's not fun looking at this thing, it's empty. So hopefully we can pick up something here. It has been almost 200 kills now. I think this is actually my 200th kill at this boss. A lot of fun. It's gotten better. It's definitely one of those things with a learning curve, but I think once it's taken care of, and you got Crumble Undead unlocked, dude, coming out with the 110 rune crafting update, dude, that is going to be absolutely cooked, especially for the DPSs at this boss, because an extra 30% damage on top of everything else is going to be insane. Ooh. I don't stack caskets. I don't have the patience to try and stack caskets. But with Vorkath, it's really nice that you can stack everything till the end of the hour, and then you get to open up your presents. Oh, finally! Yes! Thank God, dude. Fuck it. Jesus Christ. After easily like 20 plus hours of hard mode Vorkath, we finally get ourselves a Lord of Incantations. Insane money. 387 million coins added to the purse. Love to see it. It is time to start our Zamorak era. We have not really gone to Zamorak in a while. We've done like 50% rages. None of these have been ever above 100%. I don't know how to do P7, but I got into a group with KJ and his buddy Law, and these guys are actual demons. They taught me how to do P7 at 100% rage, and then we inched our way into 200s. Zamorak is probably one of the most OP, consistent moneymakers in the game once you have figured out how to do it. He has insane common loot, especially past 100% rage. Now, you can do 50s, and not have to do with P7, which is more daunting, and this is what we're doing right now, when you have to deal with the edicts, and you have to learn how to do timings with your devotions and melee and Vitpot, but it is definitely still a very solid, consistent moneymaker if you need some coin. Usually at 200% in rage, though, not 50s, I can grab usually like maybe like 4 to 7 mil per thing. It is actually insane how much money you can make from Zamorak without pieces of the Bow of the Last Guardian, which is the main item that you are usually looking for here, because the Bow of the Last Guardian is around 2.2 billion gold right now, and it's the meta piece of range equipment. It is hands down the strongest bow in the game because of the arrows. You can push it tier 100 with the Shard of Genesis, and also it is just kind of cool looking sometimes. Not really, it's more like a giant magic short bow with moving letters, but like regardless, you can get a lot of money here without getting a broadcast item. Now, I did these mostly in a group of 3, so a trio. Now, it is a little easier when you're in a group because you skip a lot of mechanics, because there is pretty much giant DPS checks every single time you finish a pad, and if you do enough DPS in between those pads, you don't have to do like the mechanic that Zamorak does. So I highly recommend trying to find a group. You can use PVMing FC, or you can use Boss Guild or the PVME to find yourself groups. Highly recommend using PVM FC because there is no kill count requirement to join a team. You just kind of gotta announce that you haven't done it before and see if someone will take a learner. That's how I've gotten into a lot of my PVM encounters, and highly recommend you do it as well. This is an MMO. It is meant to be played with other people. Don't do everything solo. It is not nearly as fun as trying to do it in a group. And I also just, I don't know, man, it's fun to try and figure things out in a group. Then you can try to do it in solos once you have you can take the training wheels off, which is a group, and you can learn how to do it in a solo encounter, and then you can do it whenever you'd like, as opposed to being chained to a group. A group is going to be pretty much essential though when you go for the combat achievement, and these are legit no joke, dude. Like, it's pretty tough. 500% in rage for Elite, less than 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Master 1000% in rage for less than 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Grandmaster is 2000% in rage with a less than 5 and 12 minute kill. Now, these are kind of cracked, right? Now, it really depends if they're going to count the times in a group or if they're solo. If you're in a group, I think the kill times are going to be pretty manageable, but if they're all solo, God bless you, shipmate. Good fucking luck, because that is kind of nuts. Nonetheless, though, I'm very excited to learn how to push my boundaries with Zamorak. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pushing in range to 2K is going to be kind of nuts, though. Not looking forward to try and learn how to do that, though, because that's going to be pretty hard. 3.8. Let me wipe my tears with this $100.
You've got like great placement of where to stand down, and it's so nice that you get like maximized of your
Sunshine.
suns.
Oh shit! Yeah. Almost got dragged to that bomb. That would have sucked.
Good pot disrupt. No one dies in the last kill. It's not allowed. Any? Never lucky. 5.7 Miller.
Yeah, man. I'm really. This whole hour has been the bottom half. I haven't gotten anything past 5. Just went ahead and dug through the bank here, and I found that I have been hoarding a lot of loot. This is 263 mil with a crap that was just sitting in there. A lot of cannonballs from Corp. These are the Primal Stone Spirits, mostly from Rasial. And honestly, I don't need any more keys to the crossing. Got the 100 kills there. Dino Bones, Raksha. So a lot of miscellaneous loot that's been hoarding, and then I just threw a bunch of stuff into the money laundering scheme, aka the alchemizers, which I actually need to get more runes for, because these are also alchables, very good. Always throw the high value alchables into the money laundering machines and collect that later. Because I mean, if you're just going to be sitting there anyways, tax free, might as well throw them in there. So we're gonna go ahead and sell all this stuff and see what we end up. We're at 659 million GP gold pieces at the moment. So we'll see what we end up with after selling all this lootations and dropping negative 80% to insta-sell them, because that's definitely the optimal way to sell things, right? Because look at this, like, absolutely insane. Never, very rarely do things actually ever sell, like, for the actual price like that. Yeah, that was supposed to be 18 mil, 15 mil right there. So we'll be back after this. So I am super close to getting a shadow die, because currently they are at 1 point. Where he filled, dude. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm doing this. So I am literally scouring the very edges of my bank to see if I can find anything to put that pushes me over there, and I'm almost there. I bet if I do maybe a few more bosses after this, we could definitely get it. But I'm pushing. I'm scraping that bottom of the barrel, man. Spoiler alert, we found enough crap in our bank to sell, and oh my god, we were able to get the die, and we are dying it, dude. We got the pants, the Shadow Malevolent Greaves, dude. This is gonna be a staple for me. I love shadow dies. They look so sick, man, and I'm so happy to get this out of the way. It's amazing. The sheer joy to throw 1.2 billion gold out the window for the stupidest little pair of pants is amazing. And oh my god, if you showed little 12-year-old me that I was going to be able to afford something that was 1.2 billion gold, I would not believe you, because the peak of my fashion scape at the time was a Robin Hood hat, and now I got some of the most expensive items in the game, dude. It is amazing. Truly amazing. Oh shoot, 120 fishing, baby. Got that out the way for the Master Max Cape requirement. Very nice. Took me over 3 months of AFK. Oh my gosh, so nice to get this done. After that really interesting hour at Zamorak, I needed to get some steam out and beat the living hell out of Magister. We are 30 kills from our 100 KC at Magister for the Insane Final Boss requirement. And actually, these are all of the bosses that I have left over. We've knocked out a ton, leaving off just some of the bigger ones to knock out, but we're still inching our way through here. It's been pretty decent, and honestly, getting this out of the way is really good, because Magister has such a high cost to get all these kills done. It's 560k each key, and you need 1 key per kill, so that is insane. Ooh, 100 Magister. Let's go. with the Magister kill count now out of the way for the insane final boss requirement, we can move on to Giant Mole. And not gonna lie, Giant Mole is actually a joke at the end game because, dude, he has 30k HP. He has absolutely very little mechanics, and by the time you have reached this point in your PvM career, you are able to pretty much negate anything he would possibly dream to do of you. But if you are a lower level, and this is your very first boss, this is actually kind of formidable. And I would say it's a pretty good introduction. He has environmental attacks when he digs underground and pops up angry earth at you. He can stun you, and that's going to teach you how to use freedom or anticipate. He has a lot of mechanics involving movement because you have to learn how to run around the room. Teaches you how to surge, teaches you how to escape if you are using that to try and dodge mechanics. So I would say this gives you a pretty decent basis for PvM if you are just starting. It's not a bad boss if you're going in here with very early game equipment like it is intended to. I'm talking like tier 50 and below with only like base 50 stats. You are in for quite the scraping. But he is nothing when you have T92 crossbows and tier 95 armor. It is actually like punching holes through wet paper. But I will say you can get really weird things like these numbing roots. It broadcasts as a rare drop, which is extremely odd. You don't get rare drops like this in the game. So I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of jarring if it is your first time. You usually get rare drops in the form of a collection log or in the form of a beam showing that you got something valuable. This is what it would look like, a collection log slot updated for the Clingy Mole. That is one of the 3 collection log items here at the boss. Last one that we were missing is actually the pet now. So as long as we keep farming it in hard mode, we should be able to get that taken care of. Might take a while because Giant Mole has, I think, a pretty decent threshold. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But you can take the normal mode kills and the hard mode kills and combine those for the regular base final boss title. So that is out of the way, and it is needed for the Vanquisher kill count for the chest pieces. So we got that taken care of. Next, on to some Rasial.
My favorite people. Like, I'm in the raid FC, and I'm about to go in. And this guy, is that who I think it is? And then he says, keep it up. Love the content. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, Chase.
Oh boy, there it is. Our 1000 Rasial kill. Unlocking the new skin for Miso. Our beautiful little cat. Amazing. 1000 kills at this boss. Never thought I would actually do it. Let's put that skin on, because it is actually very cute. Look at that. It goes from this little ghoulish color to the skeletal. Look at that. It's an absolute unit right there. 1000 kills, brother. Beautiful. Look at my little companion. Look at her go. Rasial is one of those boss fights that is just so reliable for gold that I just had to farm them. And so the farm began of AFK Rasial. Not even really AFK, more so just low input. Sometimes AFK, I got like up to like 4 or 5 kills a trip sometimes, and that was really, really nice and very super minimal input. But I got absolutely spooned. Literally in back-to-back hours, I got an Omni Guard, a Soulbound Lantern, and a crown, totaling over 1.5 billion gold to buy the last Shadow Die with a little bit of change left over, and the chest piece, finishing our darkened beauty of our Shadow Malevolent set. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please help me change this chart, for the love of God. Thank you. Please let me know what you are going to be going for the combat achievements and what your favorite die is. See ya!